Hi everyone, what is up? My name is Hayley.
And I'm Mike. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Now it's your turn, Hayley.
Today, you guys, first and foremost, hello to all the new people that have subscribed to our YouTube channel and that have been leaving comments and being kind and nice to us. There's a few new, how do you say?
Faces.
Yeah, faces.
Kids on the block.
Yeah, kids on the block. And so we just want to say hello, welcome to our little hule here. And so in today's video, it's our little cave. Is
it?
You didn't think I knew what hule was, but ich bitte dich. I get to talk about Mike, as always, and make fun of him. I'm going to be talking about what it's like being with a German in the United States. Are you ready?
Can I defend myself?
A little bit, but not really, because what I'm saying is 100% the truth.
We will make a part 2 about this, and the vice versa. Leave us in the comments if you want to know what it's like being with an American in Deutschland.
It's not difficult at all. It's a lot of fun. I have provided a lot of laughs and a lot of good times and a lot of amazing memories.
We can make a best stories video.
Because I would be so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed. I already know this.
Oh, so it is embarrassing.
I sometimes, when
in hindsight.
Yeah, and when I'm hangry, because a lot of times you always push me to the brim of hunger and madness.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
me, I tell you to eat breakfast all the time, and then at 5 p.m. Hayley felt ein that she hasn't eaten today, and then disaster strikes. And who's to blame? Me.
So are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Don't forget to subscribe. Don't look at my list. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up.
Yes.
And let us know down below in the comment section if you are like Mike or if you're like myself. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Should I start with like a good one or a not so good one first? So
it doesn't matter.
The first thing, I guess that you've improved on this though, is that your tipping has gotten better. Because in the beginning, y'all, oh my, between Mike trying to argue that he doesn't want to tip nobody.
I did want to tip.
You didn't want to tip as much as we're supposed to here. Which, I can see the argument that it's sometimes a little bit too viel.
But usually they're good here, so it's a little bit better. But in Deutschland,
Mike really, he clamped his paws around his wallet and would not let 1 Euro
Wenn ich eine Stunde auf meine Pizza warten muss und dann kommt das Getränk nach der Pizza und dann die Vorspeise als Nachspeise, nee, dann gebe ich nix. Und dann muss ich auch noch hinlatschen, um zu sagen, dass ich jetzt dann irgendwann mal zahlen will.
Ja.
Und ich habe schon 3 Stunden in dem Restaurant, in dem Geschäft verbracht, in dem Etablissement. I've never had it like really terrible.
No, I don't think we've had any horrible.
Once.
Where?
Well, the manager was awesome, just in hindsight. So the manager was awesome. He apologized and said, this shouldn't happen, and gave us a cheesecake, and then we were happy. And that's
he gave us our food for free, didn't he?
Yeah.
And we weren't expecting that. We were expecting to pay for our food. We were totally fine with paying for it.
We just no, but that's what I mean with good customer service. Like even if something goes wrong, it's fine. And they usually try to fix it, and it was very good, and we will eat there again because there was we eat there so many times, and this was one time that this happened. So that was
the longest point of me going off topic and me forgetting the whole story.
That's usually how Hayley's stories are. Like
Mike, with you being here.
But is sie jetzt schon wieder?
It's going to be another story time.
Oh God.
But Mike does this. Yeah, Mike does this a lot here. This is a very German trait of yours and habit where you argue with logic.
Yeah.
And Mike is not petty. I'm petty. I will argue. I'll go tit for tat with people here in the United States. Mike will not do that. So Mike will say, that is not right, that is incorrect, and give a logical answer. But the person will keep arguing with Mike, like telling him he's wrong. And Mike is sitting there and he knows he's right. And this is a German trait. And he'll be like, no, but the logical answer and the correct response is X, Y, and Z. And I'm just sitting here looking at 2 people arguing that don't see eye to eye. You know who I'm referring to?
No, what are you referring to?
this happens a few times, but one of the funniest times that this happened, and I was just sitting there watching this whole thing transpire, was when we were getting my car, I think like an oil change, and then one of the people at the car shop or the car dealership, the service center, was trying to explain to us, Mike, about tires, because Mike was trying to figure out why here in the United States in a lot of areas we use all season tires versus summer versus winter tires. And I don't remember exactly what he said.
Well, he didn't make sense. I tried to explain to him that it makes more sense to have a dedicated summer tire in the summer and a dedicated winter tire in the winter. He did not see that logic. He said, no, it's fine. If you just have an all-season tire, it is okay. I will not sit here and let someone spread false
Information?
No,
Yeah, I
will
know.
not.
Mike will
Why would I?
be very clear.
No, not just in this topic, in any topic.
In any topic. I know,
in
it's any topic.
Yeah.
If Mike is having a conversation with someone and they are like incorrect.
Yeah, but why would I just say, yeah, true?
Not even true. But a lot of people here, they just like, for me, I will just ignore people. No. I will let it roll off my back, even if someone says something where it's like,
it doesn't bother me. I'm just saying how it is, and then that's it.
I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'm like, if that person wants to think that, then let them. And Mike is like, nah.
But it's incorrect.
Oh, there we go. It's wrong. It's falsch. It's nicht korrekt.
Can't do it. It's not allowed.
Air conditioning. Mike is an air-conditioned bunny, you guys. That's what I like to call it.
What is
Mike
that?
used to hate the AC. He used to hate having air conditioning. And now, catch Mike here. Try to catch Mike having the air on 75 to go to sleep.
Nee.
Never.
Nee.
Never.
Nee. Gone are the days of baking in the attic oven. In summer, yeah, I know what it's like. I went through hell, quite literally, to arrive in the AC heaven.
I do have to say, though, that was a very particular living situation in that attic. It was like directly in the sun. It had big windows. Yeah.
Everybody who has ever lived under the roof, like on the top floor of a building. It wasn't the attic, it was the top floor, it was the Dachgeschosswohnung.
Which is something that we really don't have that often. We have it here, but we don't have it as often here in the United States.
No, because you guys have flat roofs.
I know.
Yeah.
That's so interesting to me. Yeah.
So, eine Dachgeschosswohnung in summer is hell.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it was fine, you can manage, but whew.
It gets hot, it gets warm. I mean, but for a couple of days. I think when we had a little
if
fan,
that was here...
It was better. During the summertime, it was okay.
No,
the fan.
I hated that fan.
I know because it was loud, but aside from that, it had air circulation, so that felt good.
No, I just opened windows in all corners of the etage. Well, we were in New York last year, and I got my Hitzeschlag.
That's so true. That is y'all. I totally forgot.
You forget a bunch of things, apparently.
My gosh. We went to New York. We did a few vlogs, traveling up there.
Yeah, you can go back and watch those. They're fun, actually.
It is very fun. And hopefully, maybe we go again this year. Maybe.
No, I think this year it will see us to the Westen.
Yeah, but maybe we could go back up there by ourselves.
We'll see.
And stay in the little cabin by ourselves. But we're in this cabin that was built, I don't know, many years ago, many decades ago, had no AC. A lot of homes actually in upstate New York did not know this, don't have AC or don't have central AC.
And it gets cold there.
Yeah, it does get cold there. So sometimes, the bedrooms didn't have AC, but maybe the living room did. So we're laying down. And of course, Mike, he doesn't like sleeping with the windows or the doors open.
Because it was directly on the ground floor and I was seeing this big of a spider right before I went to bed crawl into the bedroom. I never found it again.
Oh, that's true.
There was no Fliegengitter. There was no...
there was a Fliegengitter.
No,
where we were,
there was none. No.
Yes, there was,
No,
Mike.
there wasn't.
So we just opened the window?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, I don't care about that kind of stuff. So Kevin comes in and puts this little, I don't know what it was, wood stick.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
Yeah, so
you can't open the door.
You can't open the door, but you can still have the window open to have fresh air.
Yeah.
Well, Mike didn't like that, so he's like, Hayley, we can't sleep with this door, this sliding glass door completely wide open in the middle of the woods. You have to close it, which technically you did have a point because there were random wild bears running around and everything else roaming.
About the Spinnen,
I was more concerned about the spiders and the snakes as well. And so Mike closes the sliding glass door in around 2...
I didn't close it, I had it this much open.
Around 2:30 a.m. I'm peacefully laying with the little tiny Lachen, and we're just like miserable, and all I hear is I'm just laying there. We had a little fan. We did.
But do you mean a little fan? That thing was called the blizzard. It was. I was sweating, and then I got blown this dusty, cold air on me. It wasn't even cold; it was just air.
Warm. It
was just air, and it just this thing was loud. It was like sleeping next to a turbine from an airplane, like just blasting on me. And Hayley's like, "No, I love the fan," and I'm like, "Oh God!"
I was so miserable, but I was sleeping. So then
you sleep in any condition.
Yeah. That it's survivalist.
Nee, this is just Faulheit.
All I hear is Mike over there struggling with the sheets, struggling with the fan. 2:30 in the morning. It's dark. It's dark as hell. There's no lights because we're in the middle of nowhere. And then Mike, I can't take this anymore, Hayley. I'm looking up to see where the closest hotel is, and we're driving there right now. And it was so far away. I think it was like 1 hour, let's say, away. And I'm like, Mike, go back to sleep. We're not driving anywhere at 3 o'clock in the morning. Have you lost your damn mind?
Yeah, I was verzweifelt.
I
was verzweifelt.
It was so funny. It was so freaking funny. But yeah.
Not for me. It wasn't funny for me.
You being in the United States, I don't even know. If we go back to Deutschland zusammen, Schatzi,
no,
I don't think you will make it.
No.
I don't think, because they won't have AC.
No, they will not.
And you will be miserable.
I will not be going.
Mike is an amerikanische Prinzessin.
Yeah,
muss ich sagen.
Convenience is what this country is built on.
Oh my gosh. You know what's another good one?
What is? This video is pretty long, you know.
How long? Oh my
20
gosh.
minutes.
Okay, well then we'll only do like two more. Two more.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you guys. So many stories. So the next thing with you being here.
Oh, wait a second. It was one of your hair.
So the next thing that I've noticed with you, you know, being here in the United States is that when people flirt with you, you don't...
People flirt with me?
Genau. You don't get it.
No. Who's flirting with me?
Yeah. You haven't. And I'm glad that that's the case, because then I don't want to have to strangle someone. Yeah. In broad daylight. So I'm so glad you're oblivious to things.
What is happening?
Nothing.
Who's flirting with me?
Nothing. There will just be some times when someone says something and I don't know if they're flirting, but if I were to say something like, let's say in my mind, if I were to say something like that, I would be flirting. And like, you don't catch it. No. You don't pick up on it. And I think it's just because of like...
No, because I'm so happy in my relationship here that I really don't get it. I treat the opposite sex as just like neutral. True story. True freaking story.
You're just trying to save the women that might get strangled.
Who will be strangled?
The women.
Who? Nobody's so flirting with me.
There are some instances where
it would be so funny if someone would now comment, I flirt with him all the time.
Oh yeah.
At the pool.
And then I'll have to IP search address and show up to their home. What? Don't do it. Nonetheless, the last thing that is very interesting for me to witness here with you, because you always try to like read yourself out of it when it happens, is the checking your ID for a beer.
The other day I didn't have to. Because she knew me. She said she knew me.
I mean, they should know us. Was it at Publix?
Yes.
Yes, of course, they know it.
And then she said, I wanted to give her the ID, and she's like, oh no, I know you.
Because
maybe I shouldn't say this publicly. I showed her my ID.
She knows who you are. You've given her your ID like 50,000 times. We have given them our IDs 50,000 times. Yeah, natürlich.
Well, I showed it still.
Yes, that's like if...
Always showing.
That's like if Bobby came up to me and I was working in a bar and he asked me for a drink, I would give him a drink because I know how old he is.
Okay. So what am I reading mich raus?
You always... So every time that this happens, you guys, it's the same spiel. Mike, I don't know, has subconsciously created this script for himself when he gets his ID, like an ID check for a beer. Wait. Boop. Hey, sir, can I please see your ID? Me? I'm bald. I have no hair. Look at my beard. And then how old do you think I am? Isn't it for someone that's 21? And I'm just sitting there like...
Yeah, then I'm telling them that in Germany I started drinking with 16.
Oh my gosh. And then there
they're like,
we
okay.
go. And Mike will be
that
like...
That explains it.
Yeah. And then Mike will be like, wow, I must look so young. What's...
I want a beer.
You always say, no, and you always say, wow, I must look so young.
Yeah.
Or you say something along those lines. I don't know what
you're
it
basically
is.
calling me a dad jokester.
You really are. Yes, that's what you are. Maybe, I don't think that's a German thing though. I just think that's your personality.
I don't think I look under 21.
I don't think so either. But I also don't think that you look older than 40.
Yeah, I hope not.
So maybe you're like at this awkward age
and
this awkward look where they can't really tell.
Plus 25.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, the other day someone told me I looked 25 and I said, wow, thank you. I said, who's the spring chicken? The retinol is really working.
Unterm Strich ist schon gut mit mir hier.
It's fun.
It's fun, okay.
I have a lot of funny stories to tell with you.
Okay.
And that you have changed.
I did.
So much. You know, you flew over the ocean blue via, what did you fly with? American Airlines, United?
British
Airways.
But when an American for the last stint, so
you
American.
flew over the ocean blue with AA, and then you arrived here with your German flag.
No,
you know,
American flag. I
your
always had the
cape
American.
Blowing in the wind.
Always American.
And as soon as you stepped off that airplane and got past customs, you said,
good riddance.
yeah, basically. Basically. And then you put on the American flag and you said, this is where I am from. And we are complete opposites in that regard. But it's funny to watch it all happen. It's interesting. That's all I wanted to say.
Should we sing the national anthem?
Okay, you want to?
No,
I will.
no. Should see this video. Oh God, no.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars.
This will be the thumbnail. Okay, you guys.
It was a ramble.
It was,
That's
but
all.
maybe someone gets a
laugh.
laugh out of this. All right, you guys.
You know what?
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up, yeah.
And we might hit 3,000 subscribers.
Not with this video.
Well, it may not be with this video, but one of these videos that we make.
One of them. You can leave actually suggestions in the comments. We are always happy about those because we don't know what we're doing.
We really don't.
No, we really
This is
don't.
a
Okay,
shit
I'm
show.
going to watch Predator now. Bye-bye.